Hey, today is Sunday, October 27th, and we're going to do a weekly energy read. For those of you who I've sent videos to, welcome back. And for people who haven't seen anything yet, welcome to Tea and Sands. Okay, let's get started. Monday, October 28th is a day when we're going to have a new moon in Scorpio. So we're going to have some transformational changes ahead this week. I'm using the John Holland Oracle deck to start. And we got some clarifiers and some other things that we're going to have to find a way to paint a decent picture. Typically, what happens is this falls into the category of a political read. I'd like to keep it so that more of the focus is on the energy instead of what's happening in DC, because come on, okay? So let's see what we get here. Wednesday's Halloween, the celebration of the change of seasons from autumn to winter is not meteorologically a holiday, but it is our celebration. It is our time to honor winter that's coming and fall that is coming to an end, okay? So, with that being said, Halloween also is known to be the time when the veil of the living and the dead is lifted, so it's easier to connect with people that have crossed over. Okay, so let's see what we get here. If I duck down, you can't see the cards, and if I do this, you can't see, so. Weekly energy, starting October 28th. The bottom of the deck, we get authority, deception, and envy. What did I say already? Okay, so this is the bottom of the deck. Authority and deception and envy. So there is some somebody feeling jealous feelings, an authority figure who's either being deceiving or he's jealous about something. Wonder who. Okay. Throat chakra. This is the central of the reading. So this is how we communicate. This is important because during this week, we need to check in on what we're saying, the tone, and the choice of words before they spill out. That's critical, okay? And we spend some time doing that in meditation or solitude. Reflection. Read the book. Read the facts, okay? Before it comes spilling out. On top of the reading, we get conflict and defeat, which is the Five of Swords, and that is just because maybe there's an argument that you just can't win at this point. Like, really, I'm holding on to the walls here. You're not listening, okay? Under that, or as a result of that, we have some disruption. So, there is a sudden change, okay? There's going to be a lot of sudden changes, I think, this week, but there's a sudden change that causes this disruptive flow. Again, coming from the voice, okay? In the past, balance, truth. The past is Libra. That is a Libra card, and Libra season just ended, right? As a result of that, financial and material changes. So, the scales were balanced maybe unevenly, and there are some financial material changes as a result of that. Okay? In the environment, the world, the universe. Okay. Outside influences, a spiritual union or a contract between two people, an emotional agreement, hopes and fears, emotional withdrawal. So an ending to that spiritual union could be a fear. Okay. All right. Outcome, discontent and boredom. Four of Cups is, well, discontent and boredom in this deck, but it would be comparable to a Four of Cups, which is you're given an offer that you don't really want. You're like, well, no, you know, I'm gonna do something different. But you're given this offer, and you're like, no. So some sort of believing or hoping that something greater is out there. Okay. Again, we'll do another row of that. The environment, firm foundation. Okay. The universe and firm foundation. That's good. So there is some firmness there. There is a mountain ahead. So there is a little climb. Okay. But you're strong in the base. Okay. And this is interesting. So in the environment or outside influences, we have this spiritual union or Two of Cups, and we've got memories of love or Six of Cups, which is a nostalgia. So there's something that we look back and we're like, oh, that was so cool. That was really a great time. And that is an outside influence, like remembering when things were better. Remembering when things were better. Okay, hopes and fears. We get moving on. That is mirroring the emotional withdrawal. Okay, so we're leaving something behind and we're moving on. Something emotional, an emotional loss, and outcome. Okay, so outcome here, we've got suffering and silence. So there's some discontent and boredom, and then suffering and silence. This is some kind of, really, I gotta say, in all these cards here that we get a lot of swords, which is, or a lot of the mental conflict, the mental things that are going on, and emotional. So we've got what's connecting, well, this is perfect, really, actually. What's connecting our mental conflict and our emotional conflict is our throat, is the throat chakra, right? This is, the mental is coming from the top, the emotional is coming from the heart, and that is coming out. What we get from these, just the color, okay, we've got blue and we've got green. That makes the color teal. And the color teal is communication, clarity of thoughts, okay, balancing, calmness. This is a color I actually saw heavily when I was meditating this morning, and I wrote down what it means because I have no clue. So being serene with your growth, taking your baby steps and being happy with it, even though there's some turmoil between here and here. Sing. All right, I'm going to pull 3 or 4 Lenormand deck here from the Lenormand and see what the week ahead says. All right, there's one week ahead for October 28th, November 3rd, I guess. All right. Travel, movement, that's clouded. So someone went traveling, okay, interesting. We get the ship, we get the clouds, we get the sun. So There is, the light is going to be shined on a clouded situation about somebody that went on a trip, okay? That right now the details are very murky about this trip, this travel assignment, and by the end of the week we're going to see some success with the outcome of that, or the shining the light on what actually happened on this trip. And it has to do with a large institution, okay? We'll see what happens. We don't know. And then we're going to pull a shaman card, just a little recipe for the week, just to meditate on, or what would be useful in calming down a lot of surging emotions, a lot of that that can put you back, you know, that could, saying things that are hurtful can put you back a few steps. So how do we fix that? Because I think there's going to be a lot of that coming out this week, a lot of outpouring of emotional news. Emotion, just the feelings. All right. Let's see. What's here? Reflection, winter. Okay. 22. So, yeah. Yeah. That's the best way of getting through this week, is reflecting on what you're going to say before you say it, watching your words, taking on your transformation in a healthy way, taking on any new information, processing it, dumping out old emotional baggage that is no longer serving you, because if it keeps coming up and coming up, then it needs to be healed, or it will keep coming up again. So some of that needs to be straightened out. All right, let's try a Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. Oh boy. Happy Halloween on Wednesday. Mercury goes retrograde on Wednesday. And it's not a big deal. I actually have very decent Mercury retrogrades. I think it's just that sometimes it's frustrating when you have a goal set and a wrench gets thrown into it. That's all, right? You got to turn it around. You use the wrench for something else, okay? That's what you got to do. Oh, forgiveness. Okay. You're in the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. So we get Master Jesus, forgiveness, the Christ consciousness. What we have to do is work on the end goal, okay? The end goal is forgiveness. The end goal is a result of working on that. And by doing that, we choose our words carefully, bless everything that's coming in your direction, ahead of you, behind you, on the side of you, and working on your heart structure, working on your heart chakra, working on the throat chakra, which is interesting that in this card we've got a lot of this teal blue color. Okay? And he's pointing to that exact color in the heart structure there. So interesting. Oh boy, just try and keep it together. Keep it together this week, okay? It's up to you. Thanks.